All right, let's do it. Ready? Oh,
Let's do it.
so, hey everybody, welcome to the show. We're beginning
Welcome.
now.
Da-dum,
That was all
da-da-dum.
the prelim as we got it ready.
Yeah. You get a piece of the exhibition show.
There you go, exactly. Thanks for joining us to another wonderful show. It is Easter Monday, right?
Yeah,
That's
the
what today is.
18th.
So
April the
technically
18th.
it's kind of a holiday or it's not a holiday.
So we are a day
Have,
behind due to the holiday.
I got to do one shout out before we start because he beat me
Let's do
so
it.
badly at hockey today. So he asked me to mention it. Daroonz, Daroonz. So you can challenge him on NHL on PlayStation 4.
Oh,
And beat him. I
Daroonz.
just wanted
I'm
to.
coming
So
at you, bro.
he's a sponsor. So I wanted to kind of, you know what I mean. So if you want
All
to
right.
sponsor, we'll shout out your tag name on the show, and you can battle people you don't know for.
I need to go battle Daroonz.
Yeah.
Now that he's taking you down.
Oh, it was so bad. It was a bad game. But thanks so much for being here. It's our weekly video game talking show, J
Here
to
we go.
Z.
J to Z Gaming. Hi, I'm Jay.
And I am Adam Zed.
Happy to be here as always every week, and we got some stories and some Hot Wheels Unleashed again.
Oh,
That
dude,
was fun
we're
as
so
hell.
into this game. We're so into
So
this
good.
game.
So
For
good.
adult men, we're freakishly into this game. It's so good. Oh, I got this new car. Oh, you'll like this car. I got a new one. I don't even care their stats.
Oh, look at that thing. You just like the look?
I just like the look, yeah.
The stats are in the player.
Shallow. I'm a very shallow. I don't care if I win either. I just like racing cars. So what are we going to start with today? What are we going to start with? What's our first story of the day?
Let's start with the Epic Game story, and
dude, that is insane.
It's a pretty big one.
I saw that.
Yeah,
billions of dollars.
Billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And this is something I didn't know though, but they started doing this last year, and this was a lot of companies are investing into Epic Games' is kind of metaverse they're building. They're building a metaverse. This is what this is. Where they can connect gamers and games and everything in one spot. And we're talking, they're connecting Rocket League, Fall Guys, and Fortnite and into like a metaverse kind of thing.
Insane.
Yeah, so a lot of companies, even the company that made the new Lego Star Wars, they've invested how much? It was like $450 million last year from Sony, another $1 billion this year. It's just wild. But I guess they're really investing in this new tech. And it's huge.
Well, they're trying to build like a digital, like Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Like
and Sony wants in on it big time
because they're definitely behind. Sony definitely feels like it's catching up for Microsoft because Microsoft, they're a computer company, right?
They already have already have a huge push from computers, exactly, from PCs. So
and their Game Pass is wicked, and I'm
excited.
excited. This is like Epic, interesting story really, because Epic kind of started off. A lot of people kind of poo-pooed it and didn't think that it was gonna, hold water and everything. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, another launcher? Oh, I hate it." But I mean, Magic is now on Epic. There's a lot of stuff that's on Epic.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, you're right.
They seem a little bit more personal, like I've got a lot of free games. Yeah, Steam, you don't get free shit from Steam ever.
I can't even. I'm still waiting for a Half-Life, so they can't even give me that.
They did no. They came out with a Half-Life. It's the VR one though.
Yeah, Half-Life Alyx. It's still not 3. Give me that 3. Come on now. But that was beautiful. That was a beautiful game, by the way. So this is huge. Very huge. So I guess this is where the future is going, eh? And everything's going online where everybody can just interact constantly in a world online in real time and enter gaming and stuff that way.
Yeah, you start to really I mean, I don't know our audience yet for our show, but I'm assuming that they're all crackpot conspiracy theorists like I am. and this definitely shows that hey, maybe coronavirus, maybe it was bad, but maybe they were just like, oh, it's a really a bad thing. Maybe it wasn't as bad. But then there's someone who's like, hey, we can sell a lot of VR headsets if people are afraid to go outside. And he's like, fucking genius. So, maybe that's where it is.
Maybe, exactly.
I'm that's good. I like to see competition too, so it's good to see that.
And Sony needs to invest in something if they want to stay, side by side with a giant like Microsoft as well.
It's true, but Sony feels like they feel like they're doing different things, right?
They are. You're right. Not the same.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Sony's got the single player stuff down when
we do.
Microsoft seems to.
And
Seems
so
like, does
Sony
Microsoft
has
even
been
need to win,
choosing
though?
their
They're
own
so
path.
rich already.
They don't. They don't have to do anything of that.
Yeah.
You're right. So I like it. I like Sony's not like trying to follow in their footsteps. Sony's clearing its own path, though. We truly are.
I read a statement too where they also mentioned that they're going to stop making games for Western audiences. Like they've definitely held back a little bit with their kind of Japanese-ness because of some sort of
For real? Okay,
that,
yeah.
And now recently they're like, yeah, no, we're gonna change as fucked up as Japanese.
Does that mean they're just not gonna? They're not even including English subtitles anymore. It's just we all have to learn Japanese now.
Yeah, too bad. Yeah.
All the new Yakuza games are fucking all in Japanese only. We ain't transcribing shit.
Yeah, figure it out.
Figure it out. Mushi mushi. I love it.
So
I love
so
new exciting news, and to hear the amount of money they're throwing at this stuff. Sony's getting in on the ground floor, such as other companies as well, except Microsoft.
No, they just own the operating system of half the world. So they're just
yeah.
Whatever. Microsoft really feels like a rich kid that like decided to start his own like game company because he like had nothing to do one summer. Like,
oh man, you're not wrong.
So much money.
They're just sitting over there like, so how do we fix Halo? And it's like,
oh my god, Halo! Everybody's dropped off Halo.
Dude, I've never seen such a fall off. It's because they're not continuing to support it. As in, where's the multiplayer that they were gonna have for co-op? They said, oh, on launch we'll have co-op and all this other stuff. And I said, no, it's going to launch a month later. Still not around. There's so many things that they're just not following up on. So the people are going to drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two games, and just speaking about dropping, as we go on tangents. We got a lot of info, got a lot of tangents on this show. So but Warhammer 3 that came out was super. Everybody was into it, and now nobody's playing it because nobody liked the demon.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? I don't play it. I was going to ask you about that because I don't play, and I know you are.
I loved it. Oh my god, the first one, yeah.
But I wonder. But I was like, where did the hype go? It all of a sudden in my radar just was gone.
Yeah, it did. It just totally fizzled. Yeah, until they come out with the Mortal Empires campaign, like. It essentially was finished. It sold unfinished. So essentially,
which happens so much.
Yeah.
Like that's the Halo thing. Just released without. Oh no, we'll have all these other components and modes later. No, but they couldn't wait anymore. They've delayed it 4 times. Like. Yeah.
Like they always have that, like, people who smoke are like, I got my Uncle Jim smoked till he was 95, right?
George Burns smoked cigars over. Yeah.
Yeah. So like every once in a while there's a situation where it works, and like No Man's Sky seems to be that situation where they came out with that.
Yeah.
Where now the game
but that's a company that really put their heart behind that and never did anything else besides focus on that game, Like that was important and that was beautiful to see.
I think so. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Project Red, because
Metaverse, baby.
Metaverse.
Am I about to lap you in this game?
I'm not making this real.
So you're like going the wrong way.
I'm trying to sound coherent on our show. Can't pay attention to both of them.
All right.
Philosophical jargon about video games
and metaverses.
Oh, where are we at? So that's it. Second thing we're going to talk about.
Go ahead, buddy.
That was a lot about that, but that's
buddy.
Pretty much how we feel. For the second thing, Kojima put down, and I read it, and I didn't get it at first when you sent it to me. I was like, oh, what's that about? And I was like, and I do read all of our stories, where I have nothing to say about them, and I was like, oh, that's trippy. Like he just put down like the best of picture of the PlayStation characters.
Yeah, I was confused too.
Just like who?
It threw everybody for a curve. Well, yeah, like PlayStation tweeted out, their PlayStation Studio photo, that photo of saying, here's all our first-party studios. Look at the games we create just for PlayStation. And then Kojima retweeted it because it did have Death Stranding there. But
Oh.
this is what, and so he, but now everybody went into a twisty and crazy because they're like, oh, we didn't know Kojima Studios was a PlayStation studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
so he came back with another tweet that like a half an hour later because the world had been lit on fire by this tweet. And this new tweet just said, to clarify, Kojima Studios is still an independent studio.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah. So the hubbub was everyone thought Kojima Studios was now a part of the PlayStation Studios, but for some reason PlayStation tweeted out that photo with his game in it, so they're not on the same page or something.
I bet they're trying to just court him a bit. I bet they
Probably
want him to stay exclusive to Sony.
because
To
all
me, he
Sony
is
did
sort of
was
exclusive to Sony.
he is to me too.
Yeah.
But I get the difference because when Kojima was let go by Konami, he started his new studio, Kojima Studios or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was looking for funding. You know, you're looking for funding or someone to back you. And he went on this whole thing for a new engine, tried to find a new engine and all this stuff. But either way, Sony were the ones that gave him, like, look, here, we'll pay for your next project. Work here. Here's your studio. We'll pay for everything. So I guess they thought they owned him or bought him. Maybe, I don't know, but
yeah,
they certainly did with that picture, and maybe trying to court him a bit, like you said. Which is understandable. Oh, look at this guy come flying! Yeah, so that's all. But Kojima made sure to clarify that he is not a part of PlayStation only. His next game could be Microsoft if he wanted, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
oh shit! You bumped me right off. Oh, you're off.
Nice, get out of here. This game, there's no items. It's just like straight up like you're dead.
It's just
like,
boost in speed and fly off the track.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. Go ahead, buddy.
Would you say Death Stranding is he?
What do you mean? Sorry. Go. Yeah.
Did it do well? Like, was that a success?
It may. You know. I think it did. It did well. Launch and stuff and did okay, but over time I think it's become known as the walking simulator that I call it, and but I get it. I guess it had certain dynamics to it, and it was Kojima, but it wasn't Metal Gear successful, that's for sure. I was expecting more. To me, it wasn't a success personally, I love Kojima.
If anybody watches Game Sins on YouTube, where they go through like an entire story of a video game, like they pretty much cut up. I've been watching all the Metal Gear Solid ones.
Yeah.
And man, those games are goofy as fuck. Like you realize, you're like, wait, what? You're like, when you remember playing them as a kid, you're like, oh, that makes sense. And you rewatch, you're like, wait, what? She's naked because she can't breathe with clothes on? What? You played it for
Well.
Quiet.
Are you talking about Sniper Wolf, that girl?
Yeah. No, Quiet. That girl.
Quiet.
Who's half plant.
Right.
Like,
right.
So it's so.
It is.
Hey, games are nuts.
They are nuts.
Like,
but
I'm happy.
He's definitely thinking. You know, nobody is doing what he did or is in his lane, right? So
or is able to do it.
Is even able to. You're right. But this is the mind of a crazy genius, I guess, and that's what you get from that.
Yeah.
We're just not on his level to even understand what the hell he's talking.
No, it's super good.
Yeah.
It is the like. I think if they made James Bond movies, like Metal Gear Solid movies, people would fucking watch them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the James Bond movies are boring, and I think if Kojima directed a James Bond movie,
that'd be dope. Oh,
Wouldn't
what
it?
the hell? Why did my car just... Oh, my car just did something funny and now I can't get up the hill. Damn it. Anyway. Yeah, Kojima is... Like, another thing Kojima does though too, his game mechanics are amazing. Like, he is so original and has created some of the best like boss fights for me growing up that I've ever... Like, when I was playing Metal Gear Solid and trying to defeat a boss but not sure what I'm doing... And this boss is reading my memory card and telling me what games I'm playing. And then I'm like, he knows my every move. What do I do? Plug the damn controller into port 2. Like, just things like that. And also, finding the code for one of the codec people you need on the back of the box of the game. Like, that's the only way you're supposed to know it. there's little things where I'm like, it really took me
Trip.
on a next level in a game. Yeah, yeah, big time.
You're so right. Oh my god, Metal Gear Solid 2 for PlayStation.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh my god, yeah. I did a PowerPoint presentation in
Did you?
computer class. Oh yeah.
That's
oh
amazing,
yeah, I was in love
dude.
with that game. The music, the whole
yeah.
thing, the story. Yeah.
Incredible, dude. Damn it,
wonderful.
you're gonna beat me, eh?
Nice.
You little.
Score one for the good guys.
Yeah, so I wonder what Kojima's got next.
You know what would be wicked? It would be wicked another Metal Gear Solid. That would just be cool.
Man, there's talks of that, dude.
I'd be happy for a PS5
imagine
Metal Gear.
Because right now we're like
so good.
Right now that franchise is just, it was so tarnished from Konami and what they did, and they made that Metal Gear Survive or something, the zombie one.
Oh really?
I don't know if you've seen that. Like,
oh yes.
Without him, it was just Konami, and they just made this game, and it's like, why? Like, this is horrible. But and then there was you think now the franchise is gone, but it'd be nice if, I don't know if Konami owns it. Maybe they do, because they did that game without him. And they took his name off of the Metal Gear Solid 5, any of the promo, the game, anything like that.
Oh really? Wow.
It was a dirty breakup,
and
so now I'm like, I don't know where even their story lies. Like, does Metal Gear, does he own it? I really hope, if he did, that'd be so dope if he just did another one now, man, without Konami behind him, like just Sony. Oh, that'd be awesome.
If he owns the story,
yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be, man. I'm trying to pick a sick track here for us.
There you go. Go ahead. So sweet. So yeah, we're super excited about that. Speaking of new things that we might be getting pretty soon, it seems like Forbidden West, the game designer. I mean, the game it is a weird game because it really does feel like an expansion. Like, the more I go back and play it now, it really feels like an expansion to 1. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like there's a lot of game mechanics that are like, other
new
than
or different than flying. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, other than flying. So I was like, so maybe when they go 3, when the bad guy of the 3rd one happens. Not to spoil anything, but you got a Snoopy car? Bullshit.
Isn't that wicked, dude?
That is wicked cool.
That's so dope, dude.
So yeah, so that's gonna happen pretty soon. So I think that'll be a PS5 probably only.
Yeah.
And then I think we'll see the difference. I think the game kind of had the same problem that the Legend of Zelda games have sometimes, and that's when they try to split them between 2 consoles. You don't get exactly what you want. So that's exciting. I really like it. I've beat through the story. You played it too. I took a little bit longer than you did to get through it, but
well, you did play like a quarter of it on hard difficulty.
Yes, I did. I played
we spent a whole stream of you fighting one boss one time, a giant turtle, and I'm just flowing through it because I don't put myself through that torture.
Feels good, but it's really weird, like, as I'm playing it now, and I even kind of saw on Reddit, there was some, because I'm part of the Forbidden West community on Reddit, and I was like, someone mentioned, they're like, it's weird, I didn't really level up any of my gear, and it's funny, like, neither did I, like, I got all the way through the game, I played on, like, normal difficulty. I think normal difficulty should be kind of, like, difficult, like,
yeah.
I don't know, like,
oh, I get it, man, like, but I focused on one gear and one weapon and just did that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's all you need to do. So yeah. I hope that number 3 is more like much more than 2 was. You know what I mean? Like now that I'm playing, like, now that they're saying 3 is in development probably right now. I hope it's a bigger upgrade than, you know what I mean? Like, having one flying creature is kind of lame. Like, you'd think for the sequel they could have had, like, every single flying creature you could have flown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ooh,
I agree.
Mason, you.
Damn, this
means I get 10 more coins. I get 10 more coins.
Yeah. This Snoopy vehicle, though, I'm gonna tell you, is the worst. every turn you tip over because it's so straight in the air. It's like a double-decker bus, man. God, I'm glad to be over that one. Anyway,
Nope.
yeah, yeah, and I like how they seem. I like when the first one ended. I didn't know they were like. It seemed like they took a long time to jump onto even working on a sequel, or maybe not. But now to hear that they're already in the midst of it is great. I love to hear that. That means like at least it won't be 8 years, 7 years for a sequel. We'll get maybe 4 years. 4 years would be nice, man.
I bet we get it halfway through the PlayStation's life cycle. Hopefully that we get a
So that
10
would be
years or
like
maybe
three
maybe.
years. That'll be three
Yeah,
years from now. Okay, that's good. I would love that, man. I would
maybe, hopefully.
absolutely love that. Yeah, I hope so too. Let me change this damn vehicle.
Dude,
They definitely
I'm
set
looking
it
at
up
mine.
more for a sequel too than the first one.
Yeah, it really felt like almost
Yeah,
like half of a full game, to be real with you. Like no,
yeah,
not trying not
yeah.
to spoil it, but like
No, but
when
not
you defeat the
lengthwise,
bad guy,
but
it's like yeah,
the mechanic
story
wise
wise.
and the different things you could do.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I agree. All right, let's get another track.
Oh, nice shark.
I got my shark. What do you got there?
Same thing. I'd like. Oh, ready up, ready up.
Ready up.
So that's exciting. Also exciting. More to come from CD Projekt Red with their Cyberpunk new DLC that is
Yeah,
coming out. Which I might. Hey,
but
you know what?
next
Who
year
knows?
it's 2023. That's coming.
2023. But it's that's cool to see that they're not giving up on that.
Yeah, yeah,
I think you know what? Like I'm probably gonna see. I think they keep on the Cyberpunk IP just because it's so easy to add on to, and I just think that they keep rolling. Like I don't know if they roll it into games as a service, but I definitely see like a multiplayer thing coming in. You know what I mean? Like why get
yeah,
rid of it? You know, it's
yeah.
like owning kind of like Lord of the Rings or something. It's a certain like IP that you can just I mean anybody else that did any Cyberpunk things would just seem like they're copying at
Right.
this point. So.
And interesting. I just downloaded Cyberpunk and finally started it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was waiting. Like I'll wait for my PS because it had such a rough launch. I
Mm.
was like, obviously this game, I shouldn't buy this game. It's so buggy, I can't play it. So I was waiting and waiting, and they finally re-released and said we're good to go, at least for PS4 and stuff. And so I finally downloaded. It was on sale the other day. It's on sale right now or something for like half price, but it
Very
should
cool.
be. It should be even cheaper. But yeah, so I started it. I like it. I like the game, and I'm glad they're gonna stick to it. Like they put a lot of work into this game, so it'd suck if they just gave up on it and left it in the pile of heap it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think it's I think Night City definitely I'd like to explore it a bit. I'd like to level up a character. I'd like to. I think that may be a game that I mean looking by game schedule that I take on next winter. Might be my next
Yeah,
winter, you know what I mean,
yeah,
when I have
yeah,
just a lot of time. Um
yeah,
so I'm excited for that and the more they add to that the more likely I'll come back to it. But
yeah. I'm excited for my journey through it now that it's playable. I can't wait to go through it. So you haven't went through it, eh? You haven't done it?
I played like the first little bit, and
Yeah,
it felt really weird. I was playing it on my PS Pro, and it
yeah.
felt really like weird and buggy and
Not
not
right,
running
man. No, it
properly.
wasn't. It
So I was
wasn't
like,
right.
"Oh, server connection interrupted."
Yeah. Damn, that
For a
was a good
second,
track
yeah.
too. We'll make sure we do that one again. I was excited for that one.
So
But
cool. You know what I'm actually super excited for is the guys that are did John Wick. Our movie news
oh
time.
yes, Streets of Rage
Street
movie.
of
Dun, dun,
Rage
dun.
movie.
So yeah, Derek Kolstad, the creator for John Wick, he's writing the
Yeah,
script for Streets of Rage movie. Yeah. So
and because Sonic.
Sonic seems to be a hit for them. Uh,
Video games like movies because even if they're horrible, they're still video game movies. Like they're still like pizza to me. You know what I mean? Even when they're horrible, they're still
yes,
okay.
yes, yeah, exactly.
Like they're still fun to watch. You know what I mean? If you have the right neurological additions to yourself, you know.
Yep, yeah, yeah. You're right. I'm stoked. I wonder what it'll be like. You know, it's a beat 'em up. It can't be too horrible, can it? Or it can be fun at least. Like,
I just want like vicious people viciously beating the shit out
if
of
it's
each
a
other.
John Wick
That's all I
creator, I
want.
think that's what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Like, I think
That'll be cool.
that'll be cool if it's John Wick
I
style
love
Streets of
good kung
Rage. Like,
fu.
that's kind of what it should be. And yeah, I
Who
want
would
to.
you? Okay. So who would you? Let's do a little spot casting.
All
We
right.
didn't prepare this at all, folks. So this is gonna be okay. So if you had to have Streets of Rage, who would you?
Oh, this is.
Who would the white dude be? There's a white dude. There's the mayor.
Is
There's
it
a
the mayor and
black
stuff,
dude.
or are you thinking Final Fight?
Oh,
Because
that
that's
is Final
Hagar.
Fight. Yes.
Like, see,
Yeah, Hagar's
I'm
from
more
Final Fight.
Final Fight knowledgeable than I am Streets of Rage. But
That's
I did
true.
play Streets of Rage 4, and I enjoyed it. That was
Oh,
a
do
good
you
game.
have it?
Yeah.
Oh
Do
my
you?
God, I have it too. Yeah.
We need to go through that. Well, how have we not
Okay.
done that? Okay.
Yeah, I know. Not
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So we'll
No,
play, next stream we'll play Streets of Rage, folks.
I'm going to write that down so we don't forget, actually.
I just downloaded it recently.
Did you
And
go
the
through
DLC,
it?
the DLC is like, oh, DLC, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool, and it's like $20. I'm like, but I'm a
The
sucker
game
for
is a
DLC.
lot of fun, and that'll be
yeah.
fun to go through. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
You can play 3 players.
Oh,
That's
sick.
right?
Bring on our
I
guests.
think it's 3 players. There you go.
This shark has horrible steering.
So that'll be
yeah.
exciting to see
No
them
release
do
date or
the
anything. They just
stream.
announced it today, so it'll be fun. I think that'll be a fun karate movie.
I think they should. The guy who played Venom should.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. They should get Tom Hardy in it. And who else could be in it?
I'm trying to think.
Who could the white chick in the red? Okay,
Yeah, I know it's. Yeah.
Who would you get?
I
Who's an
feel like
acting star?
I would bring back Cameron Diaz for it.
Cameron Diaz is too fucking old. I'm not. No, I don't care.
All right, someone younger. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, Jamie Lee. There you go.
Man.
Age group.
Maybe. There's a lot of good female hard
Charlize
hitters
Theron
out
is
there.
too old.
She is.
It's got to be somebody young.
It's got to be someone
Is there a
new, I
Marvel
think.
Chick?
There is, but
Maybe that chick that played Black Widow's sister.
oh, I didn't even bother to watch that garbage.
You didn't watch Black Widow?
No, I got. You know what happened? I got marveled out.
You're sexist. That's what it is. Sexist.
I loved WandaVision.
You don't watch
okay,
their movies, you
I
hate
loved
women.
WandaVision.
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, but no, what happened? By the time Marvel was ending their Phase 1 there with Endgame and stuff, I had enough.
Oh,
I
that's
had too
way
much
early.
Marvel shoved down my throat. That
Well, what are you talking about? What are we talking about next? We're talking about Moon Knight next.
this is different. I'm back on board.
Wow.
Black Widow was at a time when I had too much. I needed a break, and they gave it to me. They gave me the break though.
Yeah.
They have. So
Yeah,
and Moon Knight is well done. WandaVision, I was on
my
board.
God.
They brought me back. I enjoyed the different
Did you like
stuff.
Hawkeye?
I didn't watch it because I just.
Oh, you son of a gun.
I know. I watched Captain Falcon or whatever. You know, and that was just the worst thing I'd ever seen in my
lecture
life.
of how white people are
Oh
bad.
God,
No, I'm just
dude!
kidding.
I wanted to throw my computer out the window.
It really
Like,
was. It's crazy that people can be racist to like the guy that saved our lives, like to fucking
Right?
Captain America. Like
It's
it's
just
so,
it's
do
so-
better, do better,
do better. That's all I got out of that show. I was like, screw
Yeah.
you, man. Anyway,
whatever.
yeah,
Don't
I
lecture
watched
me,
it though.
Hollywood.
I jump in and out of them, but I'm enjoying. I guess we might
No,
as well just
okay,
jump
so let's
into our
talk
next
about-
topic. Yeah,
Let's talk about what we're gonna. Oh, you beat me, son of a gun.
you're damn right I did.
Moon Knight 2, Moon Knight
No,
episode
3.
3.
Episode 3, yeah.
Episode 3.
Server
I
connection
like this
interrupted. You
episode.
you left because I won. No,
I didn't lose. I didn't leave.
Oh, I got server interruption
Oh,
as soon as I won and kicked your ass.
I don't know. I didn't rage quit Hot Wheels.
It got hot over Hot Wheels.
Got spicy, muy caliente wheels. No, this weird one.
Yeah.
The horse dude. So they pretty much the episode starts with them on the boat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like a lot of filler because not much happens.
It was
but-
for the first part. I'd say
Yeah.
half of this episode. I was like, it took me a few watches to get through the first half.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
Mhm.
I don't care about any of this crap.
Yeah,
So they're on a
yeah,
boat and they're like talking, and they kind of like reaffirm to each other how much they love each other and all that, which is great. And then they meet. They're looking for a piece. They're looking for a piece to find um, the place where the bad guy's digging, right? Where Caro is
yes, yeah,
digging.
yeah,
So they go to this horse guy who's training with these like spears, and ooh, that one looks good. I want that one. And they try to get they lie to the guy and say that they're like Egyptologists or
yeah,
something,
yeah.
and that they can help him like figure it out. And it is good. It's a really good performance by the main guy by Moon Knight.
Yeah.
He's on point. He's all three characters.
It's pretty
So and
amazing.
he
It's pretty
yeah,
amazing.
Oscar Isaac. Yeah,
Yeah, and he even
amazing.
changes
Yeah,
his
Oscar Isaac.
accent. Like one of them has a
Yeah,
British accent. That's wild to me, dude. That this dude is just doing this. So yeah, I agree.
yeah, Oscar Isaac. This is his tour de force. I feel like I hope he was easy to work with on set and it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't want to hear no
Guy.
stories.
I don't want to hear anything.
I don't want to hear
But
anything either.
but so what I talked about in the first and second episode, the lack of violence, the kind of perceived violence. But this one, they stick fucking spikes of wood in them.
These
it's
rods
intense.
are just going through his body.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was that action really got me. I was on board. I loved it. Did like you said though, it took a while to jump into it, but I really enjoyed that whole scene and all of that a lot.
Yeah, that was intense.
Intense, very intense.
So that made it kind of worth it. I'm starting to really like the character. I'm starting to even like the one that
I like Layla, the girl too, man. Like she's obviously, like, you could tell when they were going and they're trying to be all inconspicuous with this dude. Mark has no idea or any skills. He's very awkward there, like the Mark character part that doesn't really know this life. But Layla's all like, she's holding it together, and I have more faith in her now, especially her fighting scenes too. I really liked it. She kicks some ass.
Strong.
She's strong. She's very strong. So I was definitely
really
on board,
strong.
and that's a big part for me too. I want them all to shine in that way, and they all have to connect. And I felt it this episode, man.
This was probably right now my favorite episode of this series.
It seems to get better for me each episode.
Yeah, it's definitely been going up and up.
Yeah.
Lots of magic.
That night. Okay, so when they're switching the nighttime at the end, and they go back like 2,000 years, like that's got to have some major effects on things.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
that was the thing too. They definitely like explained more of the gods in this one.
Yeah, man.
You kind of you kind of learned about the whole thing and how like there were consequences for screwing.
They're actually having trials and like that was cool. But that whole end scene, that I love that. I freaking loved that whole scene where they're changing the night sky and like they're just going back and unwinding time. Like it was beautifully done, and she's just catching the constellations each time and such. Very cool. Very cool. I'm excited for the future, but I wonder if that has any effect on the whole Marvel universe overall then. Is this something that's going to affect?
I think people have to stop asking that question. I think we're all going to have a lot better time if we just go, whatever. Like,
true, true. You're not wrong.
I feel like people are trying to like nail down Marvel stuff, and I mean, maybe the nice thing is that it leaves it open for another.
Yeah. The only reason I guess I'm asking is because now I'm looking at the show as like, I need to actually. I'm kind of looking at it more seriously, as in I need to review it and ask questions. But you're right. You're not wrong there. I agree. If that is a question that is overly asked all the time, and I'm going to lose that one out of my repertoire right now.
No, that's okay. That's okay. This is our job as serious pop culture. Analysis. It would be cool.
I keep getting kicked out after every race.
I'm bringing it back in.
Cool. You tried to leave, but we bring you back. Yeah.
But no, that was cool. I find it's like the whole Egyptian thing is kind of funny to me because like back when Moon Knight was created, they probably thought Egyptian stuff was like really crazy, right? Because they're like, it was back like 80 years ago, right?
Right,
Or what, I
right.
don't know, six, where they didn't have the internet, they didn't know like ever, like you couldn't look everything up. You'd be like, oh, what the, oh, the Egyptian stuff, woo! So like, I don't know, Moon Knight, it's just kind of funny to
Pyramids.
me. Yeah, pyramid, woo! And so I find that kind of funny about the show, that it's like, that it really does rely on the fact that people think that Egyptian stuff is crazy.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
It's just that the Egyptian stuff, I think, is something where they left a lot of stuff as far as history goes and artifacts and the way they, the way they kept things and mummified things, and I think there's just so much more there than with, I get it. There's other things,
That's
but
true. It is a giant mystery.
it is a
It's just
giant like between hieroglyphics and pharaohs and tombs. You don't get that much other places
no.
and other parts of. So like we got dinosaur bones in Alberta. That's cool.
That's oh my gosh. Do they have a dinosaur superhero? My like 12-year-old.
Oh my
Is there a
god.
friends at
Is it?
home? If there's a dinosaur superhero, let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
And we'll
that'd be
I'll
amazing.
I'm a
It'd
big
be cool if
dinosaur
like
fan.
Dino from like the Flintstones had a secret alternative like superhero, and he
Dude, that sounds like a CW show.
he went out at
The
night.
Flintstones, but it's like extreme. It's the Flintstones in the future.
Oh,
Like, wait, what? Like, don't ask questions.
they killed the
And the
Jetsons.
Jetsons in the past. The Flintstones killed the Jetsons. There
Jetsons,
you go.
yeah, and took over their lives and. Oh,
Um.
Jesus. I'm not. Is
So,
this
but
gonna cop out again for me?
I don't know. We're sitting in
We're
level 2.
saying, yeah.
Um. So, but you didn't go. You haven't gone back, and you've held to your word and not gone back to watch Halo.
No, no Halo,
No,
no
no
Halo.
Halo. Oh,
Did you
you
do it?
totally
Did you
jumped.
do it at all?
No, 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 no. I might when they all come out. I might watch them all. But like I watch Angry
Yeah.
Joe, and he's told me on and on about maybe it's too rainy. I don't know. Maybe rainy Vancouver
Yeah, it
is
kicked me out
too.
again. Let me
Yeah.
let me invite you and see, cause uh, yeah.
Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke does
Oh man,
who plays Arthur Harrow does not look as bad as he looks in the show.
like what do you mean?
Like I think in real life he doesn't look that, but like they've really got okay, so he's not that old looking. He looks really crappy in the show.
I think he's supposed to though, right?
Is he?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I
That's
don't
what
know.
I
Like
looked at it like.
I thought Ethan Hawke is like a handsome. I don't know. It's weird that they're making all these.
Well, look what they did with Tom Hardy as the Penguin for. Was it Tom Hardy? Who did they use
No,
as the
that
Penguin?
was what's his name
Who was that? Damn it!
No,
I'm
it's Colin Farrell.
Colin
That was
Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
I'm watching
Colin
that
Farrell.
tonight. I'm so excited. It came out today on HBO.
Yeah, weird. It came out to. I saw that. It was weird. It came out to
Well, they
HBO
had
when
a
it's still
deal,
in
and I've
theaters.
been waiting for it. That 45 days now from the release of it theatrically will come out on a streaming service.
Oh
So,
my God, it's been up for a month and a bit now. Oh
yeah,
my God,
yeah. So
time flies.
that's their deal now is 45 days or something. And so
Oh
I
man,
had this
theaters are
date.
done.
I had this
Theaters are
date.
done.
I went to the theaters yesterday. I watched that.
What'd you see yesterday?
What was that movie? Oh man, I can never get the title right, but it's Everything All at Once at the same time.
Everything
Everything
always all at
Everywhere
once.
All at Once.
Yeah,
That and
give us a
what a
review of that
trip,
one.
man. I wish I
Oh
knew
yeah.
what it was like. I would have took mushrooms first. Like this movie, it's so different and it's goofy at times, but have you seen Kung Fu Hustle? This is the
Yeah.
only way I can. Now that movie to me is that is one of my favorite movies probably of all
Yeah.
time. But this movie takes that, even has some characters from that movie in this one, and it does other things. Like I hate even comparing it to that because that's such a good movie. This movie is. I'm not saying this is a bad movie. It is a good movie, but there's moments that I'm taking out of it because it's so goofy. But then there's other points like it's a really cool concept. It's a cool idea. I love the story. I love what they told out of it. Um, and the fighting is cool and things, but it deals with. See, no spoilers. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna say, do mushrooms and then go see this
Okay.
movie. Like
Okay, that's gonna get the J to Z mushroom stamp of approval.
I give this one 4 mushrooms out of 5.
4 mushrooms out of 5.
It's a
Okay,
good
sweet.
movie, has great fighting, great choreography, great acting. Another server connection. This is the
Yeah.
worst, so I don't know if this is worth doing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like, I guess we'll try. I'll try one more time, and I'll give you an invite here.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
But yeah,
We're just
I
going through
do.
technical difficulties.
I do
Cool. Yeah,
recommend
that
this
sounds
movie.
awesome.
I do
Okay,
recommend it.
cool. Yeah, it looked really good. From the
Yeah,
previews I saw, it
yeah.
looked pretty awesome.
But
So
they don't
I'm gonna check
explain
it out.
those trailers make it look really awesome, but they don't explain how wacky it can be too. It can be very wacky where you're taken out of it. Like, I'll talk to you off air if you want about some scenes, but
Okay. Well,
yeah.
haha.
Let me send you some invite.
I'm going. You can.
You can be a part of that chat
You can be
too.
a part of that chat, but it's super secret. I think. I think other than that, I think we're pretty good this week. I think
Yeah.
we've got most of the stories.
Most of the stories are good to
Unless you
go.
wanted to add anything else, I feel
Well,
like
there was one small thing that we didn't talk about was that Breath of the Wild 2 might be too big for the Switch.
Oh,
Now,
let's do it. Yeah, I
yeah,
did
so
mention that.
this is really we already we almost touched on it already, being as in this is what happened with Breath of the Wild, as in it got released in like right at the end of a cycle. So it could be like, but I don't understand this story in a sense. Like, what do you mean it could be too big? If it's too big, remember back in the day, like Final Fantasy VII was released on what, 4 disc or
Yeah.
something? Like, so why can't we just get 2 cartridges? I don't.
Oh, that would be so gross. That would be so gross. I would fucking, I
Really?
would throw
Like,
the
it
Switch.
wouldn't
Yeah,
throw you
no,
back to
no,
like.
no, double cartridges. Yeah, maybe if they had like cartridge insurance or something, where you could be like, oh, well, if I lose one of them, oh, here we go, now it's working.
Right.
Yeah, no, it could, yeah, just too big for the cartridges they had designed. That's interesting. I thought that they would be able to. I mean, I buy most of my games digitally, so I'm not super.
Right.
So
But
never
I mean,
even thought of
like,
anything
the
like that.
size, the storage sizes on the Switches are horrendous, though, anyway. Like, why?
Oh yeah.
I never understood why Nintendo just doesn't just give us the store. Like, what is with this ridiculous storage space anyway for games these days? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, most of the original Breath of the Wild, I think, is like 8 gigs, I think, or 16 gigs. It's not super big. I bought the terabyte
Oh,
chip
okay.
for my
Oh, you're
Switch,
good
so
to
I
go
never
then.
have to worry about
You
it
don't have to
again.
worry about shit
Because I like
ever.
buying a lot of boring games and
Yeah, you fill it
crappy
up with
cheap.
all those things
Oh,
too,
yeah.
right?
So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, no, for sure. If the games were any
So what does
larger,
that
it would
mean,
totally
though?
suck.
Like, if it's too big for, like, what is that just saying what our story was last week? That do you think that delay for Breath of the Wild is because they got new hardware coming that would be big enough to hold it? Like, because when the first Breath of the Wild came out, it was actually slated for the Wii U. And when it came out on the Wii U and the Switch, but I'm thinking the same thing's going to happen here. They're going to be like, yeah, we'll release it on the Switch, but we also have this new system. And
Maybe, but I hope they do. I hope, unlike what happened to Horizon Forbidden West,
yeah.
they don't just be like, well, we'll just like. I really feel like Horizon, like now that I've kind of beat the game and I've gone back to it, I really feel like it could have been it was more a PlayStation 4 game, like an end of cycle PlayStation 4 game than a beginning of cycle PS5 game, and so. Maybe that's what I thought. That's what I thought the Breath of the Wild 2 was gonna do, because it's not an original IP, right? It's a sequel, or that's what
exactly.
So I thought that it would fall, either it would be like the siren song of the original
of the Switch. Yeah.
So I mean, maybe, but I mean there is I mean, to have after 5 years of development find out that it won't fit on the
Switch.
The Switch, the system that it had been being developed for, is kind of...
Again, though, this story is not coming from Nintendo. It's coming from, like, other game developers. They're saying this may be a reason.
It was just a hypothesis. It's just people wondering what was going on, because I think we're all wondering what's going on.
We're all wondering something, man.
After a year,
we all have questions now. Like, this is too much. Yeah, so we're all trying to make reasons for the delays. and for those kind of things and issues.
We just love Nintendo too damn much.
We do, man. There's just
to have anything wrong or bad happen to it, and we just want the game to come
the
out.
thing is, though, Nintendo rarely, like they're in good hands always. It seems like in the end. I know it's tough to say, but obviously they may. But Nintendo's not going anywhere. They're not. I don't think they could screw up Breath of the Wild 2. I don't think they could screw it up.
Okay, even if they did screw up Breath of the Wild.
They would be, but I mean, like, they're not going to release a crappy Breath of the Wild 2. It's just, I just can't see it happening, you know, like...
I just hope they get rid of weapons deterioration.
They have to get rid of that, dude. They fucking have to.
That is my number one request.
That's everyone's number one request.
That is my number one request. Just please get rid of weapon deterioration.
Dude, if they don't, someone's going to create a mod right away that just... No damage to weapons.
No damage to weapons. Breath of the Anxiety. That's what you call it for me. Breath of the
buddy. Breath of the Anxiety, indeed.
No, but it was, but no, I hopefully, of course.
Too big, too small. We just want our Breath of the Wild to bring it.
Yeah, I hope it. I hope it'd be weird for them to. I mean, I can totally see them doing it though, right? Like, it's.
Do you think a new trailer would at least help us a little bit? Give us all new scenes and just bite us over for a bit. Oh, my car just went flying.
Trying to catch up. I fell off a bunch of times.
Well, I let my car fly around for a bit there because it was doing some cool things and I didn't want to respawn. So I gave you a bit of time there.
There you go.
They're long laps. You still have a long time.
Yeah.
This is a great final match between us. This is the boss fight. This is Breath of the Mild.
Yeah, no, I hope they, I mean, I enjoyed, Hyrule Warriors,
Did you?
Game
I never played it.
So much more, just because your weapons didn't break.
Mm.
You got to, like, really fight and feel like a warrior.
What? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was really strange they did that, but again, that's what happens. Even, like, Forbidden West, the updates they're coming out with, it's like they're taking back mechanics that they put in the game. Like,
oh really?
Her actions when she picks up things, like every time she picks up an item, like or picks a bush.
Oh, you can turn it off.
You can turn it off now, and you can have her whole animation not even do it. And she used to always say, "That'll go in my stash," or "That's for my stash." And they came up with an update where you could not. She shuts the fuck up a little bit. Like, this bitch does not stop talking.
She does talk a lot.
She does talk. That whole first game was her just talking to herself while you're on mission. She's like in stealth, and she's like, "I better be in stealth." Shut the fuck up. Yeah, we know. You're talking too much. The enemies are like, "What did I hear over there?" Yeah, what did we hear over there? Aloy in her manly voice.
Aloy, yeah, she's so serious.
Yeah, but...
Aloy and the woman who can't tell she's being hit on.
Aloy and the no sense of surroundings, Aloy.
Yeah.
No sense of a situation.
Yeah.
So she's definitely autistic.
Slightly autistic,
Slightly
just
autistic.
Slightly. Not bad. But
Horizon's forbidden autism. Autism of the West. Alright.
Oh my god. And on that awesome joke,
what do you got coming up? Hey, tell me about your shows last week. You mentioned to us you had a roast battle.
Oh, did I mention it on the show?
Yeah, we talked about what shows we have come up.
I got destroyed. Ron Vaudry.
Yeah, you were up against the legend, Ron Vaudry,
yeah,
man.
I was up against and he just did. I have to exercise more. Let's just say that. I was just out of shape. I thought I had some funny jokes, but my starter was not. Like, I literally, I'm gonna put my worst joke at the starting and my best stuff at the end. But my first joke was so bad
you couldn't recover.
that I could not recover. Yeah, My first joke just was, and it was on purpose. I meant to do like a bad one to start off, so the other ones would sound better.
Right.
But
I get
that
the
was my
concept,
mistake.
but
Yeah, but everybody closed their ears and shut their hearts, and Ron utterly destroyed me there.
good
My
old Ron.
girlfriend, thank God she took me back, but she did break up with me on the spot in
I was
front of
gonna say, did
everyone.
Ron walk home with your girl?
Yeah, he did. He fucked her in front of me. He's an 89-year-old man, so it took him, good 4 hours. But yeah,
You had to wait for the
it was
pill to kick in at least.
yeah, and for it to stop.
And for it to stop. Yeah. Cool.
Oh, you beaver.
You got new shows
So
this
yeah,
week? You got anything coming up?
no, I'm starting a new show for the next 12 days. So I will, I'll try to get out, but I think we'll just be. If you want to find the
that's
Zed
cool.
Man, I'll be here next Sunday. We'll be talking about stuff. But tell me all about your next week.
Yeah, so this week I got some hosting gigs coming up. This Wednesday at House of Comedy, Friday I'm hosting at House of Comedy, and then Saturday I'm hosting in Maple Ridge, Breakaway Comedy. So I got all hosting gigs this week. This week is my hosting.
You know what the
week.
great thing about hosting is you get to spend so much time with the audience.
I love it.
You can screw
and
up
I get to rip on
back.
the old comedians that went up there too. That's my fun. I love that. I love going up and just, if they have a bad set, I just go up and I have a wonderful set based on their bad set. So it's such a cool dynamic to me. I love to host. I'm a big time hoster. So 3 hosting gigs this week. And that's it, man.
There you go. Host with the most.
Host with the mostest. That's
cool.
it, man.
So everybody, thanks for watching. Thank you as always.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Zed crew. Without you, couldn't be us. And we're getting more viewers. Every episode gets a little bit more. So
and you're going to see videos on a new YouTube channel. We finally got a joint account, so we'll upload onto there as well. And you can watch all our older episodes. That's what we'll do. We'll upload all our older ones too. And that's we're excited for the future.
Yeah, love it.
Next week, Sunday,
we'll be there, and you will too.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye.